Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. And just yesterday, I redrew this for somebody, and then somebody asked me if they could borrow the file. So I've already kind of cleaned it up, and I thought I'd share it. So this isn't going to be too much about Corel, but if you go to Corel Draw File Share, it'll be right here under Files called Lifesaver. But I thought I'd show you. I took out the part about Welcome to the Lake, and I thought I'd show you how you could use this. So I hit P, put it in the center of the page. I'm going to go to Object, Group, and Ungroup, and I'm going to take out my Smart Field. So here's your blank that you could use. And also, if you're going to do this, you need to take away the rope so that'll fill in. And then just draw you an ellipse about that size so you can type whatever wordage you want on there. I like working away from the page when I'm doing this. So let's just type in like we did yesterday. Welcome, and you could. I'm not going to go into great detail, but let's make it Times New Romans. And a lot of times you ever see that happen, you have to double click on it, and then just go to text to path and put on your path, and then you can, because we're using the nudge distance, you can grab all this and nudge it right back to your item. And then once you got all your wordage in there, you could go to Object, break text apart, and get rid of that circle. And I would save it if you ever want to use it again. Now we're going to left click, right click that wordage. Matter of fact, before we do that, I'm going to see if we can't make it bolder so you can see it better. And then all you have to do is fill this in with your Smart Fill tool, and it's going to fill in everything except for the inside of the word. And then you can just bring your rope back up. And I know the welcome doesn't look very good. It needs to be probably a little bigger, but that would engrave. And you could put anything you wanted on there. So let's back up here a little bit, and let's say you want to have a word go all the way around that. As a matter of fact, we'll just delete that. We don't need it anymore. Let's take our welcome out. And let's say you want to, and this is why I'd say leave this ring, because if you wanted to, you could take out these interior parts. Go to Object, Group. Well, it should. There we go. They're clickable. You just have to get right on the line. Or you could do two things. You could actually have the wordage go through there. So let's do that. Let's hit P, put it in the center of the page. Control D and make another one of those, a duplicate, and then holding down your Shift key and your red will go in from the outside in, inside out. Holding down the Shift key, I want to make that one a little bit smaller. So now you could write your text in between there, and if you wanted to delete these lines, you could just swipe through there with your virtual segment delete key and use all this for your type, your wordage. So now we can move this inner ring. Like I said before, I like to do text. So let's type in a little bit different. Welcome to the lake. Make it a little bit longer. Go ahead and make it Times New Romans. Make it bold. And there we go again. You've got to click off of it to type in to get Times New Roman, make it bold, go up to text to path and have it. See, that's what's happening. If you don't get away, it does that. And then you can bring this, nudge this back. A lot of times you have to select the whole thing and see how we've come past the markers. So really and truly, we need to probably adjust that a little bit to get it off that marker. So we can adjust this. And it's going to rotate it, but you can always rotate it the opposite direction to get it back to center. And you just have to visually see that. That's pretty good. Go up here, go to Object, break text apart, get rid of your two lines or keep them for later. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take our text and left click, right click, go up to your Smart Fill tool, fill that all in, fill out your inner two words, and then bring in your rope back. And because we've used the nudge factor, that ought to work. I'd make my text a little bit bigger, maybe more readable, but it all depends on how big this is. And you could do the same thing at the bottom. Anyway, so have fun playing with that. Use it, use it for anything you want. Be right there under file called Lifesavers. Hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.